Some people fight to get attention, yet remain forgotten, and there are personalities whose presence alone changes the atmosphere. No throne, no crown, yet kings listen to them carefully, and even enemies fear their influence. Because true power does not always speak loudly, sometimes it becomes impossible to ignore. Welcome back to my talks. In this series, we explore timeless lessons about strategy, influence, and human nature, inspired by the ideas from the 14 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. And today's lesson is Law 6. Quote attention at all costs. To understand this law deeply, there may be no greater example than Krishna from the Mahabharata. The Mahabharata was not just a war between kingdoms, it was a battle of ego, ambition, politics, and destiny. Powerful kings ruled massive empires, great warriors possessed unmatched strength. But among all of them stood one personality whose influence surpassed even kings themselves, Krishna. Not because he ruled the largest kingdom, but because his wisdom, confidence, and presence naturally drew the attention of everyone. Krishna never chased attention, attention followed him naturally. When he entered a royal court, the atmosphere changed. When he spoke, warriors listened carefully. When he guided leaders, the future itself changed direction. Even his enemies understood one thing clearly: this was not an ordinary personality. Because real influence is not built only through power or force, it is built through presence. One of the greatest examples came before the war of Kurukshetra was Krishna entered the court of the Kauravas as a peace messenger. The kingdom was already consumed by ego and pride, but the moment Krishna entered the court, attention shifted towards him completely. Not because he demanded it loudly, but because some personalities naturally command focus. And that is deeper meaning of Law 6. When people ignore you, your influence disappears. But when your presence leaves an impression, people remember you, trust, and follow you. Confidence attracts attention, clarity attracts respect, and presence creates influence. And Krishna mastered all three. Today, many people confuse attention with noise, but temporary noise fades quickly. Real presence does not beg to be noticed. It becomes unforgettable, and perhaps that is why, even after thousands of years, the name of Krishna still carries influence, wisdom, and power. Not because he demanded attention, but because his presence made the world stop and listen. This was Law 6, quote attention at all costs, and this is my talks. In the next episode, we'll explore another fascinating lesson about strategy, influence, and human nature. Thank you for watching and stay tuned as we continue exploring the psychology of power.